Hey, you dropped your pocket. You dropped it. Behind you. Right there, you almost stepped on it. What am I? Your pocket.
Yeah. Put your hands behind your back.
Hey guys, today's video is coming to us from Harvey Freebird on YouTube. On March 25th, he was out recording the Galveston, Texas Police Department when he decided to play a little prank on a cop. The cop got butthurt and arrested him. You can see as Harvey enters the area, he crosses into the median and records from there for about 10 minutes without any trouble from the police. But as the police are leaving, Harvey Freebird pranks one of the sergeants. The sergeant ends up looking a little bit silly and decides that the best way to deal with it is to arrest Harvey Freebird for making him look foolish. We're going to skip right to the good part and then show you how a new captain with the department decided to do the right thing.
So these cops don't want nothing to do with the camera guys now. That thug Caldwell, the one who arrested Bruce and Good Citizen, they suspended him. And now the cops don't want any beef with us over here.
But Harvey Freebird spoke too soon.
I guess maybe that vehicle over there across the street was involved. Hey, you dropped your pocket. You dropped it. Behind you. Right there, you almost stepped on it. What am I? Your pocket. Your right pocket. Right behind your foot.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You dropped it.
What I dropped?
Your pocket.
Hey, sir. I already picked it up from the truck. Hey, sir.
You got it.
Can you get out of the median?
At this point, the officer finally realizes that he's been pranked and that he looked a little bit silly. But unlike the rest of us, who would just laugh it off because it's funny, this officer wanted his revenge. Notice that the officer had absolutely no problem with Harvey standing where he is for the last 10 minutes, which you can see by going to watch the full video on Harvey's channel. But now that he's been pranked, now that he looks a little bit foolish, he's going to find some reason to throw Harvey in a cage, just for being a smartass.
Can you get out of the median?
Can I get out of the meeting? What law is that?
Huh?
What law is that? Am I breaking a law?
Well, you're standing in the middle of a median. It's a part of a highway, so you have to get on the sidewalk.
This is a public right of way. You see the telephone poles?
If there's a sidewalk provided, that's the transportation code. You have to be on the sidewalk.
There's no sidewalk provided, so I can be
That's
on the
right
side
there.
of the road. What about the middle of the road?
It's right there.
What's your name and badge number?
Okay. Then
Are you
you're
threatening me
under
with arrest?
Yeah. Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, turn this thing up. Oh, there it is. X. Here, you want to take that down? Yeah.
Who's this?
James.
James what?
James Johnson.
Your callback number so I can have him call you?
469, area code 469.
What's it in reference to?
I am just trying to see if he ever found his pocket.
Oh, okay. I'll have him call you, okay?
Okay, I think we may have it in our lost and found, so if...
And who are y'all?
This is James Johnson. I'm with Grande Johnson Incorporated, and I think we have it in our lost and found, but I'm not entirely sure if it's his or not. So you can just call me back, let me know if he found his. If he did, great, and we'll try and locate its owner.
His wallet?
His pocket.
Oh, okay. I'll let him know.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. The arresting officer was Sergeant Jeffrey Gaynor, who's also the president of the Galveston Police Union. For those of you who don't know what police unions are, they're organizations that put up money and lawyers to defend bad cops and help them get away with their crimes while keeping their jobs when they've done something wrong. They are the organization that keeps us from getting rid of the one or two bad apples, allowing them to stay and spoil the whole bunch. But this story actually takes a shocking turn. News Now Ninja was one of the people that was out recording with Harvey Freebird that night. He had gone to a city council meeting earlier that week where he met a police captain who gave him his cell phone number. News Now Ninja decided to give it a shot. He called the captain on his cell phone, told him what happened, and sent him a copy of the video of Harvey being arrested. After watching the video, the captain called down to the booking center and ordered that Harvey Freebird be released immediately. Usually when something like this happens, they make you go through the process of fighting malicious prosecution for the next few months or even years. So I wanted to genuinely thank the captain who made sure that Harvey was released within a matter of minutes. There have been numerous arrests very similar to this within the Galveston Police Department within the last year, so it was genuinely very refreshing to see something being done about it.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Sorry, this is James Freeman. I talked to someone who goes by News Now Ninja. And
Okay.
He gave me your number. I'm trying to. Are you the captain, Sean?
I'm the acting patrol captain right now. That's correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I get your name right. You're Sean. What was it?
It's Miguez, Migues.
Miguez. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I pronounced it properly.
Sure, no problem.
So I'm the one who's working on a video to release tomorrow about this incident.
Okay.
So I just and I had asked Ninja to make sure it was okay with you because I've seen some instances before where good cops get targeted in bad ways.
Well, it's like I told him, man. It's everything I did is public knowledge, and just trying to make sure that we didn't try to make sure that we didn't mess up too bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, we all make mistakes. I do it all the time. Just ask my wife.
Well, and I guess that's the big thing, right? I mean, it happens in law enforcement a lot that you might see somebody make a mistake or they're headed that way, and you're like, hey, man, let's think about outcomes before we do this. But sometimes people just decide to let the process play out.
It's really, really refreshing to see someone do what you did.
Well, I mean, it's just about doing the right thing at the end of the night, and really, if we're all going to work together and move forward, I mean, we've got to establish trust and ground rules and just kind of move together, And I think if we can do that on all fronts, we'll be able to overcome a lot of hurdles and really make everything a lot smoother and, have a decrease in incidents like this in the future.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. I'm really glad to see something being done because I have seen a few videos come out of Galveston recently, and I'm not going to lie, it was quickly becoming the absolute worst department across the entire nation. And
I can see where some of the videos coming out would definitely push that, not really push that, but kind of create that perception. I think at the end of the day, though, we do have a lot of our officers are good officers, and at the end of the day, they're just trying to do the right thing. Sometimes they just need a little more guidance than others.
Yeah, yep, I believe that, and I think that we need to work towards actually getting the few who really are bad out, because they say there's only one or two bad apples, but you leave them in and they spoil the whole bunch, right?
Right.
So I wanted to clarify a few things just to make sure I've got the story accurate. You did order Harvey to be released, right?
Yes.
Okay. And was it you that was in the parking lot to pick him up and take him back to wherever he had been, or was it somebody else?
No, that was Sergeant Doherty. He's the acting lieutenant for that watch right now.
Okay, Sergeant. I'm sorry. What was his name?
That'd be Sergeant Doherty. Doraty.
Doraty. Okay. And so he had offered to give Harvey a ride to wherever he needed to go?
Correct.
Okay. Did Harvey take the ride? I don't remember if he...
No, sir. I believe the other auditors that were with him showed up to pick him up from the front of the station.
Okay. I don't know if Harvey knew entirely what was going on, and so I don't know if he trusted Sergeant Doherty at the time. But I know everything kind of got clarified to him later, and this was a shockingly awesome incident for a lot of us. So I really wanted to give praise to those who did right, but again, I wanted to make sure it was okay with you guys because I've genuinely seen a lot of instances where we've given praise and then that cop ends up in a lot of problems.
If anybody's salty about it, they can come sit down and we can talk.
Sounds good.
I mean, at the end of the day, I didn't. All I did, was make sure that we operated within the confines of the law. I didn't remove that officer's discretion to take action. I just directed that the action be in line with policy and not, result in the removal of freedom.
Yeah. And I appreciate it because it's not something that's normally done. And this went from one of the absolute worst videos I've ever seen to one of the best.
Well, I'm glad we can turn around. Just know we're using it as training also to kind of point out, hey, there's a better way, and we'll like I said, we'll all get there together.
Awesome. Well, my personal sincerest thank you, and that's coming from a hardcore. Some people call me a cop hater, but I would say at least hardcore police critic.
Well, critics are good, man. They keep us on our toes. It's it's fine by me. I'll maybe one day we can meet up and have a cup of coffee or grab some lunch or something.
Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed in the state of Texas anymore, but yeah, no, I'm kidding. No,
Can't be that bad. We'll
Yeah.
just call you Mr. X and
Well, man, I genuinely really appreciate what you've done. I can't express it enough. If this started happening more and more across the country, I'll tell you, these bridges would be, we'd be able to fix things a lot quicker. Bridge these gaps real quick.
I think it's important to highlight good things when they do happen. I think I really feel that at the end of the day, if all you're ever seeing is the negative, right, it really kind of affects your view of things. And then there's millions of interactions on a daily basis with law enforcement that are lawful and polite and don't result in an arrest or any issue. And I think a lot of times those don't get highlighted because what, it's the old news adage, right? Like if it bleeds, it leads kind of thing. And just as humans, we're like, nobody's happy with the, hey, great story. It's like, give me the drama, and it just, I think that feeds into everybody's lives at times, and we kind of go down a dark path that way.
Yeah. I've seen a video of a cop pulling over because he saw somebody pulled over with a choking baby and he saved the baby's life.
Yeah.
And if that was, if all cops did is go around helping people and not hurting them, I don't think a whole lot of people, other than actual criminals, would be saying F the police. But
yeah, I hear you.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for taking time to talk to me as well.
Not a problem. Thanks for doing what you do. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye. Don't forget to go subscribe to Harvey Freebird, News Now Ninja, and the entire rest of the crew that's out there in Galveston. Links are below in the description and the pinned comment.
Hey, you dropped your pocket. You dropped it. Behind you. Right there, you almost stepped on it.